Mad Dog here again. This video might be a bit long-winded, but I'm just quickly going to show you some of what I choose to carry for rations, bushcraft survival food. Excuse me. Before, you know, if you're just weekending away, before you need to turn to living off the land, basically. So it's not necessarily a long-term bug out situation, stay food. So let's cook to it. First and foremost, being an Englishman, a good quality brew kit, plenty of tea, plenty of coffee, some whitener and some sugar. For me, that's a must. Keeps your morale up, a good hot brew. Then I try and break my foods simply down to breakfast, dinner and tea. So all the normal junk. I don't recommend this as an everyday good, healthy, nutritional, balanced diet, because it isn't. You know, this is weekend dirty living. So we've got the dreaded fruit and nut bars, high in calories, but they've got quite a good percentage of protein in them, which is hard to come by unless you're hunting game in the wild. The dreaded Belvita biscuits for slow release carbohydrates. Nothing too heavy first thing in the morning. You know, you just want to break your fast. That's what the word breakfast means. So a few of those. Obviously this all depends on how long you intend on staying out. I also have somewhere in here, bear with me, I have a apple and cinnamon muesli with milk. Now this is out of a military ration pack, but you can make MRE meals yourself, which I will demonstrate later on. So that sort of covers a rough get up in the morning, cup of coffee, something light to eat just to kick-start the metabolism and get you going. Then I've got other things like snacks. So during the course of the morning, whilst you're working and you're out and about, whatever, beef jerky. You know, it's very light, cheap, has a massive shelf life. That's another key factor with anything you choose to carry for me, something that has a good shelf life. High in protein, good clean calories, minimal, you know, sugars and salts, that type of thing. Good clean natural beef jerky. Keep a couple of them so you can nibble on them whilst you're out on a trail or working, whatever you're doing. And then you can have like you know, mid-morning, early dinner, something like a cup shot, which is a dried noodle, one hit wonder if you like. Rip this open, pour it into some boiling water and get it, you know, 2 minutes you get it down. Yeah, good clean carbohydrates. Excuse me. For this serving, 190 calories, very low in fat, low in sugar, good clean carbohydrates. So I think it's 39 grams of carbs for one sachet. So I recommend carrying something along them lines. Then moving on to like a main dinner. Again, I've got MRE meals here, ex-military ones. Beef bolognese and pasta shells. So again, these are boiled in the bag, or you can empty the contents into a cooked vessel and, you know, warm them through, heat them up. Tomato pasta salad, same as. And then for a pudding afterwards, you know, a sweet, I've got a rice pudding here, again cooked in the same method. They all come, you know, prepared and ready to go, but they are expensive. So another alternative to this is go and get yourself some tin food. Again, check the shelf life. They must have good shelf life to start with. So for example, here I've got chili con carne, excuse me again, and a beef curry. You know, you don't like a good curry. And then what I will do is open these tins up, put them into a Ziploc food bag. So again, you've got rid of the weight of the tin and the bulk, and, you know, label them up, put them in your kit, along with some boil in the bag rice. You can divide this into two, again into some Ziploc bags, and then when you come to use your beef curry, you add half of one of these to one of those. Again, boil it up in the bag or empty it into your cook vessel and, you know, heat it conventionally, and you've just basically created a MRE meal. Now, I'm not going to say that if you do that method, they're going to last 5 years like a military MRE meal will, because they won't, you know, they're not symmetrically sealed, etc. But they will be good for a long weekend, a week to push. You know, the rule of thumb I use is the lowest shelf life date item, half it. So if this has got a 6-month shelf life date, you're good for 3 months. And I've stuck to that principle, and touch wood up to now, I've never come down with a dose of the trots or food poisoning because of it. So I would recommend doing that for short-term use. Same with a tin of new potatoes. You know, you can open these up, drain the water off, the fluid off, slice them up thinly, get them into a Ziploc bag, and you know, they'll go with anything. Good form of clean carbs, give you a good energy boost, cheap and cheerful, and a good long shelf life. Same again with the horrible hot dog sausages. You know, I know they're all fat and gristle, but it's a good source of protein. Keep for a long time again. Same method applies. Even with this small amount here, you can do fantastic combos. You know, taters, sausages, and a bit of curry or a bit of chili con carne. And when it's hot, that's feel good food. You know, it's good for morale. Then I've got a packet here of salted peanuts. Nice little nibble bits. The dreaded noodles, you know, everybody knows the noodles, dead light. You get 2-3 portions out of that. Again, you can mix this to bulk it up with anything really, just to make it soft and more palatable. Another snack shot, this time it's a spicy sweet and sour flavour, just to change things up a bit. And a chicken and mushroom pasta sachet. Again, you get 2 or 3 goes out of this. And that's basically, with this combination, you can make quite a lot of varied meals. Another thing I would recommend, this is just a personal thing, if like me you've got a sweet tooth, don't forget a morale kit. So if you're out for a long time, if you like a piece of chocolate or two, or some sweets, or you know, some gum, keep them in a separate bag, so that after a week or two, if you are stuck in a situation and you're starting to feel down and beaten, dig into the old morale pack, have a couple of pieces of your favourite indulgence, you know, your chocolate, whatever it may be, some sweets, you know, get some of that down you, make yourself feel good. It picks the morale up and it gives you a bit more energy and willpower to carry on. So don't forget your morale pack. Also, quickly touching on that, the dreaded Tabasco sauce. If like me, I don't like the MREs that are tuna based, you know, I'm not a big fish fan really, so I get them down me, but I'll drench them in Tabasco sauce to hide the tuna flavour. So worth keeping, just to mask something that you don't like the taste of. An OXO cube or a stock cube, obviously you cut that into 2 or 3, or break it into 2 or 3, make yourself a nice cup of hot bran if your brew kits run out, or you just fancy something different. So that's a quick overview and the sort of rubbishy food that I would carry with me in my bag and my rucksack. Not all of it obviously, especially for 2 days or 3 days, but it gives me the versatility to swap and change things about, and it's got enough shelf life where if I am having to stay out for a week or more, I know I'll get by and the food will keep. So that's it really. I'm not going to bang on too much about this. This video's already way too long, so I just thought I'd show you my take on things. I know there's a lot of carbs in here, that's why I do subsidise, and I do recommend carrying as much beef jerky as you can for in equal amounts to how much carbs you have. So just try and balance things out a bit. So anyway, on top of this, don't forget lots of water is a must, at least 2 litres a day. That's it really. I'll wrap it up at that. So thank you very much for watching as always. I'll see you soon now, which obviously won't be long. Take care out there. Mad Dog signing off. Yeah.